Om Shanti, good morning. So we will continue the Murli which we read yesterday. The title was The Alokik Way to Become a Number One Worthy of Worship Soul at the Confluence Age. This was Murli dated 26th of January 1988, and yesterday we understood how Baba compared ourselves with him, he being single worship worthy and we being double, as in the point of light as well as in the deity form, Saligram as well as deity. And then he also told that each child has his own speciality, no matter he, even if he is last beat of the rosary, and that speciality makes him different from everyone else in the world. And Baba always sees that speciality, and he wants us also to have that feeling that I'm special, this is my speciality. But we should always have that awareness that the speciality has been given us from the Father, and that consciousness of I should not be damaging the fruits. He compared Maya just like the birds biting the fruits. The Maya of I is biting the fruits of the attainments. Mm. So it was a wonderful Murli. So today we will be studying the second part of the Murli, which is Baba meeting the different groups. So each group Baba has mentioned some different topics, some different subject. We'll start reading each of them. So the first group Baba says, do you consider yourself to be so fortunate that you always have the Father's hand and his company? When you have the Father's hand and his company, you constantly have a life of pleasure. You would be you would not be one who is confused, but one who stays in pleasure. No situation will pull you to itself. You will always be attached to the Father. Hmm. So the basis of having this attachment to the power is we having the awareness that we are in God's company. We are always carrying Father's hand. We are constantly in his canopy. So Baba says the greatest and most beautiful is the Father. Therefore, no object or person apart from the Father can attract you. The minds of those who are being sustained by the Father's hand and his company cannot go anywhere else. So, are all of you like this? Or are you sustained by Maya? That path is closed, is it not? So, always enjoy the Father's company. You have found the Father, and so you have found everything. There is nothing unattained. No matter how much someone tries to free you from his hand and company, you cannot let go of it. Even if you were to let go, where would you go? There cannot be any other fortune greater than this. Kumaris are always fortunate anyway. You have double fortune. One is the fortune of a Kumari life, and the second is the fortune of belonging to the Father. Kumari life is worshipped. When a Kumari life is over, she has to bow down to everyone. A household life is a life like that of a goat, whereas Kumari life is a worthy of worship life. If someone falls even once, all her bones break. Then, no matter how much plaster is put on or how much you try to put it right, the bone becomes weak. So, be sensible. Don't be sensible after tasting it. So, Baba has conveyed a very nice message to the Kumaris group. Now, Baba meeting the second group. Do you always experience yourself to be victorious souls of each every cycle? You have played the path the part of being victorious many times and are playing that part now too. Victorious souls always make other souls victorious too. Anything that is done many times is always easy. It doesn't require any effort. With the awareness of being a soul who has been victorious many times, it feels like a game to overcome any situation and experience happiness. Victorious souls experience victory to be their right. You do not receive a right by making effort, you receive it automatically. So, constantly continue to move forward in the happiness of victory and a right, and also enable others to move forward. While living with your Lokik family, transform the Lokik into Alokik, because an Alokik relationship is one that gives happiness. Through Lokik relationships, you receive temporary happiness, not permanent. So, you have become constantly happy. Do you experience that you have moved away from the world of those who are unhappy into a world of happiness? Previously, you were the children of Ravan, and so you were those who caused sorrow, whereas you have now become the children of the bestower of happiness, embodiments of happiness. The first number is this family of Alokik Brahmins, and the deities have become the second number. So you love this Alokik life, do you not? Baba now meets the third group. Do you constantly experience yourself to be multi-million times fortunate? Throughout the whole cycle, you cannot attain such elevated fortune even in the future heaven, because you receive the fortune of the kingdom as a reward of the efforts made in the present time. You receive the fortune, you receive the future fortune on the basis of the present fortune. It is the fortune of the present time that has importance. It is at this time that you sow the seed of the fruit that you receive for many births. So, it is the seed that has importance, does it not? At this time, to create fortune or to receive fortune is to sow the seed. So, Constantly continue to move along with intense effort with this attention and let the multi-million times fortune of the present time always be immersed in your awareness. While performing actions, remember that you should not forget your elevated fortune in those actions. Remain an embodiment of remembrance. This is known as being multi-million times fortunate. Always keep the blessing of this awareness with you, and you will easily continue to move forward and become free from having to labor. Acha, then we have a last part of the Murli, the question. By using which method can your intellect continue to become the right decision in Lokik relationships? Answer is never think about Lokik situations when making a decision. Decide whilst in a powerful Alokik stage. When you keep things of the past in your awareness, your intellect is diverted to those. The sanskars of the past then also emerge, and you therefore find it difficult. Completely forget your Lokik attitude, consider yourself to be a soul, and then make a decision. And it will be an accurate decision. This is known as the throne of a conqueror of sinful actions. The Alokik soul conscious stage is the throne of the stage of a conqueror of sinful actions. So, make a decision while sitting on this throne and it will be accurate. Acha, Om Shanti. So, I think this was a very small section which was left yesterday. But yeah, Baba has deep lessons for us even in this section. So, let us pause for a moment. Let's try to imbibe what Baba has just told us and then we'll start sharing. Okay, we can now start sharing. What is our takeaways from today's Murli?
Shanti.
Yes.
Thank you, Prabhu Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. Today's my takeaway is that the decision last part also first is a speciality that everyone has to see the speciality that Brahma Baba has that speciality and that every soul, the divine families, and we have to see the speciality and talk about the speciality. And another the takeaway that in Alokik life, with a certain decision we have to take. The family is also was doing that. Their decision is different, and our decision based on that. The Alokik state and what Baba says as Brahma Baba in the difficult time, how he has taken decision, not the waste thought he has created. So that I miss that insight I got miss, and in difficult situation when your thoughts becomes any miss pure. So and we connect with one father and in a Alokik state, in a soul conscious state, the decision will be accurate. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, very right. So today Baba also mentioned that consider yourselves to be multi-million times fortunate. He tells that this current time is much more fortunate that what we will probably be getting in even in future. It always happens that we even in Lokik may we see many people they try to have a feeling that after such and such attainment is done, then I will become happy. They keep on postponing their happiness. So Baba is just telling us the similar thing that while performing actions, remember that you should not forget your elevated fortune in those actions. Mm. Let us not have that feeling that, okay, I will get that kingdom, then I'll become so and so. Baba is in a way telling that that is like a byproduct of the efforts which you are putting in now. But the real time to feel that fortunate, multimillion near fortunate is the present time because now
Yeah,
we are sowing the seed for the future.
yeah,
Yes, brother.
yeah, and it is a game. Baba said that it is a game. Yeah.
Hmm.
So that also I like. Means it is a game. Yani means it's a temporary. Yes, in the Lokik it's a temporary, and it, you have got this a permanent happiness. So you have to choose. So your permanent happiness you have to choose or temporary. Okay, that's a great. Om Shanti.
Yes. Anyone else would like to add?
Om Shanti. So Baba, in the first group, when Baba met, said that, Father's hand is, having Father's hand in our hand is like having a life of pleasure. So, those who are in Father's company, right, they can always be in that pleasure and not, there's no confusion. So everything gets cleared. So any sort of a position or situation can attract them. There's no situation or no position can attract them away from the Father. So when we have this, when we have this Father with us, nothing remain unattained. So everything we experience through the support of, or through the company of Father. So all that one needs to do is just maintain that awareness. So that's what is Father's hand, right? And also the Srimad.
Yes, very right. So, like, even in Lokik, we see that if a child is not having his parents, especially father, like these days, even in past days, it was more severe. So, the society used to feel, oh, his father is not there. What will be his future? Who will be there to take care? And especially when it comes to girls, because this group was Kumari. So having father, at that age, especially when we are small, it is very important. Means it's not mandatory, but like it has been seen as important even in Lokik. And even when we become elder, if we lose our parents, I mean, we feel a very big loss because they are the ones from whom we always get that education, that love, and we always have that feeling that we have elders' blessings hand on us. So the same thing Baba has correlated even here in the Alokik life that now that we have Shiv Baba, his hand with us, that feeling itself should make us feel secure. We don't need any other hand, or probably his company is in itself completely sufficient. There is nothing unattained. So that kind of feeling of closeness will make us free from Maya, which Baba also mentioned here. And with his hand, if we go anywhere, if we try to experience his company wherever we go, we won't be left alone. We'll always have that feeling that Father is there. So that belongingness to the Father is something which Baba has told here to develop. And then, of course, he also told that Kumaris, you all have two fortune. One is of belonging to the Father as well as having the Kumari life. And then he went on with the second fortune of how Kumari life is important and so on and so forth. But yes, this point is very important. Fortune that you always have the Father's hand and his company.
Um,
Praful
yes.
Bhai,
Hmm?
I was just thinking about when you spoke about that God's hand in yours, like Sati or Sat, Hath me Hath, Sat me Sat. There are so many kinds of those things. If you see in Hindi, it's given. But, in the Shastras, they say for a Kanya, it is only when her father and mother do the Kanya Dan through the process of the water and hand over the hand of the Kanya to the groom is the real Kanyadan, then only she has to accept any other person as her future. So I was thinking, who did our Kanyadan? When did our Kanyadan take place? When who came and took our hand and gave it in God's hand? Was it Brahma? Just because we are Brahma Mukha Vanshavli? So I was just thinking about that picture. So if you know who did all our Kanya dance to Shiva, we have seen, I sometimes used to understand that Samaro, which takes place of these Kumaris and all literally. That though it's said, but leave alone them. We don't have any Samaro. The other ones, other than the ones who are actually surrendered, we don't have any Samaro. So what does that mean? That did our Kanyadan take place? Why I'm asking you that question is in that paragraph, Bab Dada said Kumari's life is worthy of worship. But a household life is a life like that of a goat, gay, gay, gay. So can you just elaborate? Can you just elaborate on this? That sentence made me think about. So my Kanyadan wasn't done. Kumari's Kanyadan, we know it actually takes place in that ceremony and all. So हमारा कन्यादान नहीं हुआ और कन्यादान कौन करता है? If you know something on that, if you can throw some light.
While I was reading this statement, this goat thing came. I was damn sure that you would catch this sentence and you would ask some question. Even while reading, I could catch that. But there is a different perspective we can think of. Why should we go even to the Kanya Dan? Why can't we just become Kanya? That's what Baba is telling here, that you just belong to him. Don't let go the hand to a different male or to a different person. Because if we just choose to stay with the Father, we will be always be worship worthy. See, here don't take the Kumar in literal sense of the unmarried females. It could be taken in a wider sense of we bringing into our memory anyone else other than Baba. It doesn't really matter that at present we are married or we are not married. Of course, this group is because of Kumari. That's why Baba gave that example of bringing someone else into your mind, in your life. And that's why Baba will never do Kanyadan to someone else. So a husband giving, surrendering to a husband or household life is that life of a goat. So other way to interpret this statement would be bringing anyone else in our life other than our father is like becoming a goat. If we are not a Kumari, I was thinking to myself in that way. So, why should we really think of belonging to someone else and getting that Kanyadan to Baba? Why not we think that we will always belong to Baba? He was always our father, and we just want to stay with him because he can give us whatever we need. We don't have to step out to get anything from someone else other than him. Otherwise, we will always have that feeling that okay, we belong to someone else. अभी कन्यादान देकर हम यहाँ आए हैं to our Shiv Baba, or somebody has, you know, done that thing. So I am of the opinion that let's have this feeling that we always belong to him now that we are aware, and now we don't want to go anywhere else unless we really want to.
Om
Yeah,
Shanti.
you have anyhow tried to justify the matter. But what I feel, even though Baba is not mentioned in the Murli, I feel मैंने खुद का कन्यादान किया. I myself did Swayamvar, and I've gone and when you read that, I said, Baba, it's okay. Yeah, there was no kanyadan, but I did a Swayamvar. When I went and I caught your hand, whether you call me a goat or whether you call me a lion, I am going to be. No,
Yeah.
see, for me, the Murli is literally, I love to. What was that thought behind in Bab Dada's mind? I love to think that. See, it's so nice to understand that. So I told him, whatever you call me, for me, it's a Swayamvar. And I myself have taken it. So, like that Prithviraj Chavan, you just take me on your horse and take me. Nobody is going to come down to attack you. Like here also, it's given no one, nothing can separate you. No, it's free you from his hand and company. So that reminded me about that Prithviraj Samyukta, that thing and all. I don't know. It was just thought. I
No,
thought
that
I'll
is
share
true.
it.
That is very true because you have experienced that life. But again, the group in which to which Baba is mentioning them these things, उनका कन्यादान हुआ ही नहीं है, even in physical terms. So that is why Baba, in a way, in literal interpretation, is also telling those Kumaris, be cautious because, of course, the Kumars and Kanyas are very much vulnerable. They are generally in their teens or middle-aged, so there would be the chances that Maya may drift them off. So that is why Baba has to use these words like, you will become like a goat or, whatever it is for them. But yeah, we can have our own interpretations because not all of us are Kanyas at the moment. But yeah, nice interpretation, sister. Thanks.
Entertaining, I think Baba will find our interpretation very
Yeah,
entertaining. He's going to, now he's not there even to come down. Very entertaining. Thank you, brother.
yeah.
Om Shanti.
Yes, brother. Yeah, go ahead.
Really very interesting interaction, discussion is going on. In addition to that, what I feel that the Baba's line was that nobody can separate us from Father. That is the fact. Because I belong to Father. This awareness should be there.
Hmm.
And we belong to Father. That is the fact. But we have forgotten it due to body consciousness. And so when Baba comes, Baba first gives us the knowledge that, my dear child, you are not a body, you are a soul. Why? Because when we do the Purusharth, when we speak, when we talk to ourselves, see, I am not a body, I am not a body, I am a soul. And that regular talk with the self, that's monologue, what I am talking about, that I am not a body, I am a soul. This regular interaction with the self make us realize the day that yes, I am a soul. And the day we realize that I am a soul, and we do the purusharth of being in that state, and when we be in the soul conscious state, we are connected to Baba. And as we are connected,
that awareness comes. That yes, I am child of Baba and Baba is my father. And later on we do realize that Baba is not only my father, is my Mata, Pita, Bandhu, Sakha. As we say, Tameva Sarvam Mam Deva Deva. So that awareness does the magic. And Baba says that whatever you do, anything, what you do, you should do in the awareness that who you are. Because what happens when a person realizes that who he is and he does with a full awareness, that is of the fact that yes, you do the karma with the awareness, with the knowledge of the past, present, and future. When you do the work with the awareness, with the knowledge, with the being embodiment of knowledge, and you're doing that work, the confidence will be there, the command will be there, and and that Siddhi Swarupa will be automatic because we were doing with that awareness. Baba is also telling us that yes, you are aware, you have the knowledge that by doing Purusharth you will become a deity. Baba says, be aware that you are the deity. You are to be a deity, you will become a deity. And who has said? Baba has said. That is, Baba is aware of the past, present, and future, and Baba is telling us, Baba is giving us the information. Baba is not giving any illusion. कि ऐसा कल्पना करो, no. Baba, because Baba is aware of the past, present, and future, so Baba says that you will become a deity. You are here, so you will become a deity. And another thing, what Baba says, that realize that you are not ordinary. See, in Lokik life also, if a minister comes to meet a person, that person is not ordinary. Why? Because minister has come to meet us. And now who has come to meet? I have not gone to meet father. बाबा ने मुझे खोजा है, तलाशा है, और तलाश के तराशा है, सजाया है, और याद दिला रहा है बार बार, तुम कौन हो बच्चे? यू आर नॉट ऑफ दिस वर्ल्ड. तुम यहाँ के नहीं हो, तुम वहां के हो. And all the knowledge, all the Murli of Baba, all the knowledge is just to make us aware that who we are. And lastly, Baba said in the Murli, nobody can separate you. Not even Maya, not even Ravan. Ravan has tried. You have forgotten, but I am here to make you realize. So this Sangam Yug itself gives us the information that we are not ordinary because God comes to meet us. And we belong to God. So God is giving us the information. God is giving us the palana. बाबा ने हमें गोद में उठा के हमें प्यार कर रहा है. And another interesting discussion about the Kumar and Kumari. That who is a Kumar and who is a Kumari. What I feel that Kumar and Kumari differs with the letter I. Kumari has got a letter I. That what we do, what I feel that there is no difference between Kumar and Kumari basically. Because chapter number 1 itself tells that you are a soul. It is just the role. The role of the person decides that he is a Kumar, is a Kumari. And what I feel that my personal view, just today while listening the discussion, that interesting discussion, it came in my mind that even a Kumar can also become Kumari. You must be हंसी आ रही होगी लोगों को कि कुमार कैसे कुमारी बन सकता है. Yes, बन सकता है. Kumar plus I, that is, if the Kumar does the Purusharth of introspection, not of inspection. It is always said in Alokik life also, कहीं भी गड़बड़ हो रहा है ना तो वहां कुमार हो गया. What I feel that if they are really Kumar, they are really Kumar. Kumar doesn't means unmarried. Kumar means K for knowledgeful, U for upliftment, M for manmanabha madhyaji bhavanastu mohasmit labdha, A for adorn with divine virtues, R for reliable and responsible. That means Kumar. And with the addition, if he goes for introspection, he becomes Kumari. It is just the role which decides. Sometimes I feel people go with that, मैं भाई हूं, मैं बहन हूं, बहनें आगे भाई पीछे, भाई आगे बहन पीछे. See the chapter number 1. We are soul. And we should have the awareness of who we are. हमारा मौलिक ज्ञान यही है. बाबा कहता है, your original knowledge. You are a soul. That's all. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Interesting abbreviation of Kumar and Kumari. The I for introspection and not for inspection. Great. Anyone else would like to share any insights from today's Murli?
Om Shanti. Baba is bringing this awareness that we have been victorious multiple times, infinite times, and that consciousness itself brings victory in our life, day-to-day life. That is one point. And the relations which we have in a Lokik way, we transform them into a Lokik way. So that is the source of constant and permanent happiness. Om Shanti.
Yes. So, some even in this victorious thing, although we are aware of this knowledge, but then sometimes these things get merged when we come into day-to-day actions. Oh, will this happen? Will this not happen? We sometimes get into the self-doubt, self-guilt. So this is a very good awareness which Baba told us, that always experience yourself to be victorious souls of every cycle. So last cycle also I was victorious. So victorious would not just mean that towards the end of Sangam we become victorious and we take that Lakshmi Narayan throne. That is of course there, but then beyond that, even in our day-to-day actions, for example, I'm going to the market, I'm going to office, I'm taking any small decision. If we have that awareness that I was always a victorious soul last kalpa, this kalpa also I'm victorious and I will be always victorious. Victory is my right, which is what Baba is telling in this paragraph. So Baba tells that you do not receive a right by making effort. You will be receiving that right automatically. So yes, this is something which we can experiment, having this Swaman of I am a victorious soul throughout the day.
Praful Bhai, the only thing which I remember in this Murli yesterday, I was glorified as a Saligram. I really loved it. Some really. And today, even though the brother was saying you are not a Kumar, you're not a Kumari, you're a soul, Bab Dada, when he has to give directions, he very clearly says mothers, Shaktis, Dadis, Kumaris, Kumar, householder. So taking that into consideration, I will remember the other title he gave the householders as goat. Irrespective of whether I'm a soul or something, when Bab Dada tries to give, he singles out our corporeal form, present corporeal form, and he gives us. So I think whoever the householder, whoever the Kumari, they should rightly take it. We are souls, fine, great. But when Baba gives direction, I think I take it like that. These two things is what is going to, I remember in this 1988 Murli. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Another way we can also say, like, the Baba's enjoying Baba's company, right? So Baba would like to see we always remembering Baba, right? So we have two hands. One is Maya's hand, the other one is Baba's hand, right? So to keep the company of Baba, that requires some effort where remembrance, is the main key. So when the more we remember, the more we follow Srimad, then we are in Baba's hand. We are in Baba's company. And Maya is, of course, visible, so much of attraction, right, in this world. Maya's attraction is more than Baba's attraction, right? So to get caught up in Maya's attraction is very easy. So because in this world, that's what is being demonstrated out, right? So person, praise, comfort, food, fun, emotions, everything that we see out there is Maya's attraction. So to conquer all that, to remain in Baba's company, holding his hand, that means having his remembrances, I think, another way to have his company, his hand constantly holding. Yeah, Om Shanti. Thank you.
Wonderful. Another point which I liked from today's Murli is Baba mentioning while you are living with your Lokik family, transform the Lokik into Alokik, because an Alokik relationship is the one that gives happiness. So many times it so happens, I was just reflecting on this statement. Many times it so happens that if some people in our family is not into Gyan, they don't follow Shiv Baba, they don't follow our practices, we start having that mental um, dividation that, oh, these are like Lokiks, they don't understand what great life I am living into. And then, that starts creating problems and we become less happy. So, Baba has given us a different perspective. Why don't you transform them Lokik to Alokik? So even if they are not able to follow Baba's knowledge, but by memory, by thoughts, I see them as my Alokik family members. And this is where I remembered uh, one affirmation given by Suraj Bhai. Often he gives. He tells that even your household members, you can have this thought कि ये देवकुल की महान आत्माएं हैं. These are the elevated souls of the Devkul. And with that thought, because even Baba first saw us into that image, we were not into Gyan from beginning, right? Baba always sees us in that complete form. So me seeing my family members in that purest form, just like I see other Brahmin souls, will automatically change my feeling towards my Lokik. And maybe sooner or later they may come into Gyan, even if they don't have part in drama, they may not come into Gyan, but my relationship with them will always be that happy, constant happiness. So this is something which I was reflecting on this point of Baba today.
Om Shanti.
Yes, Sanjay bhai.
I would reflect to one of the question which arose कि हमारा कन्यादान कौन करता है, just came in my mind. In Lokik, what happens? Somebody else comes, or the Lokik father comes and does the kanyadan. Here, the Parlokik father comes, and through the Alokik father, he makes us realize that who I am. And when I realize that I am a soul, I belong to Baba. And with the Purusharth, we come to a stage that yes, Baba is my Kanhaiya. Baba is my Kanhaiya, Baba hi mera var hai. And then we sway var, then we ourselves realize that ये बाबा मेरा साजन है. The moment we realize, and at that time, at that instant only, we just give our life to Baba. Baba, ये जीवन तुम्हारे लिए है. See what we are doing. We are doing our dhan ourselves. And basically, it's not a dhan. We belong to Baba. जैसे किसी का विवाह होता है तो कहते हैं ना 7 जन्मों का है रिश्ता. और लेकिन बाबा हमको रियलाइज कराता है कि हमारा हर जन्म का बाबा से संबंध है. जस्ट एक रिन्यूअल होता है, उसको आप ये समझ सकते हैं कि यस, हाँ, मैंने खुद का दान किया है बाबा को, मैंने बाबा को अर्पण किया है, स्व अर्पण किया है, समर्पण किया है, स्वयं वर खुद खोजा है। तो ये इस तरह से हम अपना कन्यादान करते हैं। ओम शांति।
Wonderful. So thanks. We had a wonderful sharings from everyone. Couple of you all, I think, didn't got a chance to share, but yeah, would I really appreciate that we take this opportunity because this gives us a window to put on our thoughts with everyone. So let us take some time reflecting on our key learnings from today's Murli. We go to the subtle regions from our mind and intellect. See the Brahma Baba standing, and let's have a small conversation with him. Oh Baba, today you told so and so in Murli. I have taken this point for myself. This point would apply in such a way in my life. And see Baba smiling and telling, my dear child, it is for you for whom I played this Murli, and I know that you would be listening to it on the 10th of February. Baba is again reminding us that he as a father is always with us. It is just that we need to be in that awareness of our hand in his hand. He is giving me the Vardhan. Dear child, you are a victorious soul. You are multi-million times fortunate. And after taking these blessings, I come back to my body and I am ready for this beautiful day, for my beautiful part ahead for this date. Okay, thank you so much everyone for joining. Have a great day. Om Shanti.